Hi guys, today I'm going to be making corned beef hash. It's one of our family favourites and it's super easy to make. You can also freeze it. So what are we going to need? We're going to need the humble potato and corned beef. Now I'm using tin corned beef. You could use fresh corned beef from the deli section. It's entirely up to you. We're also going to need some brown sauce. You could use barbecue sauce as well. I know it's quite famous in the States, barbecue sauce, as it is in England of course as well, but I know it is really popular in America. So you could use barbecue sauce, give it a nice smoky flavour. We're going to use some Worcestershire sauce, that gives it a nice piquant sort of flavour. Also some mustard. Now I'm using Dijon mustard. You could use any mustard of your preference, so you could use French, English, American, German, yes, any mustard that you'd like. We're also going to use some onions in it, nice diced onions, and some cheese. Love cheese. There's going to be some cheese in it as well, and we're going to decorate it with some tomato. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all we need to peel all of the potatoes. Once you've peeled all the potatoes, we need to cut them up into fairly even sized pieces for boiling. So we're going to boil these and then we're going to mash them once they've got soft. I'm going to make them into mashed potatoes before we add the rest of the ingredients. So just need to cut them into roughly about the same size. Okay, so I've put the potatoes in a pot. I've completely covered the potatoes with cold water, and I've just sprinkled in a bit of salt and some pepper for taste. I'm going to boil that for around about 35 to 40 minutes until the potatoes are nice and soft so that we can mash them. Okay, so while the potatoes are bubbling away in the background, I've just peeled the onions and I'm just going to roughly dice those. So cut it down and then just do a rough dice. We're just going to fry these off. Just slice it that way and then slice it this way, just for a rough dice. The onion will give it a bit of texture. Okay, so now we're going to fry off the onions. I'm putting in some butter into the pan for nice flavour and some olive oil. This so the butter doesn't burn while it's cooking, and then we're going to wait until that's nice and sizzling hot and we'll add in the onions. Okay, so that's nice and sizzling hot. Sizzle. I'm going to add in the onions, nicely diced onion. Give that a good stir around. And we'll just cook that for around about 5 minutes until the onion is just starting to take on a little bit of colour. Okay, so they look a nice colour now. They're just starting to take on a bit of golden brown, so I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to add that to the potato. Okay, so they've been cooking now for 40 minutes and they're nice and soft. Put the knife in and they're nice and soft. I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to drain those. Then I'm going to put them back in the pot just to dry off any excess liquid. Okay, so just drain them off into a colander. I'm just going to pop those back into the pot and then just dry them off on the stove. Okay, so you can hear them sizzling away there. They're just drying off, and I'm just going to mash those while they're drying off. Use my trusty potato masher and smash that mash. Dries it out so you don't have a sloppy mixture. Okay, so that's looking good. Yum yum. To that, just for some extra flavour, I'm going to add just a touch of butter. I'm going to turn off the heat completely. Okay, so I'm just going to add in a bit of butter. Just give some extra flavour. Just mash that through as well. I'm just going to mix that in. Just mix that through. Okay, now we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so to that mixture I'm going to add in some mustard. I'm using Dijon mustard. It's entirely up to you what mustard you'd like to use. I like this one because it has a bit of a bite to it, a bit of piquant. So I really like that. And I'm also going to add in the brown sauce, roughly about 2 tablespoons. Oh, oops daisy. And I'm going to add in a few splashes of Worcestershire sauce, and then just mix that through, and then we'll add in the corned beef. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken the corned beef out of its tin, and then what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to cut that up into small dice so that I can mix that through the potato mixture nicely. Just cut it down. Cut it into some small dice just to make it easy to go through the mashed potato. And then we'll add that to the mash. Okay, so now we just need to add in the corned beef. So we'll just put that in there. And also add in some grated cheese. This gives it yummy flavour. Get some cheese in there. I'm going to leave some for the top. For when we put it in the oven, I'm going to put some cheese on the top. You just mix this through. It's entirely up to you. You can either mix it all the way through, or you can have little bits of corned beef, just still little clumps of them inside the actual mixture. It just depends on how you prefer it. We like to have it like that, where it's sort of half mixed in and half got nice little chunks of corned beef. So now let's put it into the dish. Okay, so we put the mixture into our dish. You can see it's not really sloppy. We don't want a sloppy mixture because it's horrible sloppy. Just put that in there like that. And then we just need to put some tomato on the top. This gives it a nice flavour as well. It makes it look nice. And then we sprinkle that with some cheese. So when it's cooking, this will go lovely golden brown. A nice taste of the cheese on the top. Bake that in the oven, basically just until the top is nice and brown. I'm just going to put that in the oven now on 180 degrees. for around about 20 minutes. Okay, so you just need to put that into the middle of the oven and let that cook for 25 minutes. Hubble bubble, boiling trouble. Okay, so it's been in the oven now for 25 minutes. It's nice and gratined on the top. Lovely, cheesy, beautiful. Yes, yummy. Gonna enjoy that tonight for dinner. Yum. I do hope you enjoyed that video. Please give me a thumbs up or subscribe below. Leave your comments also, or you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter or Facebook. Bon appetit, have a great day. Thank you very much and bye bye for now. See you soon.